Cool. Scott Jones, man, what's up?
Jordan Romero.
All right, so Mike should be good. So you are in Salt Lake City.
Yes, sir.
All right, tell everybody who you are, man.
So my name is Jordan Romero, and I currently hold the world record for being the youngest person to climb Mount Everest and to conquer all 7 summits by the age of 15. I graduated high school at 17 years old, and now I'm out here, 18 years old. Living in Salt Lake City right now, chasing the snow, basically. I've been skiing up Brighton in Park City and working as a ski instructor there as well, but I'm going to school at Westminster full-time as a freshman, majoring in environmental studies.
Nice, dude. Okay, so I'm looking at you. I would not think you climbed Everest. And especially, like, how many years ago was that? That's a lot.
This coming May is going to be 5 years. May 22nd will be 5 years ago. I can't believe it either.
What was I doing 5 years ago? Okay, I wasn't working for anybody. I was in Colorado still, you know.
Okay.
I would do some backcountry stuff. I don't remember doing any 14ers in the middle of winter like Davenport or freaking Everest like you and your dad and stepmom. So yeah, I'm pretty much a bum. I'm 36 years old. How old are you right now?
I'm 18 years old right now. Until.
Time out. I just doubled his age. Legitimately doubled his age. Interview's over.
That's hilarious.
I'm speechless.
Thanks, man.
Okay, so I told you. What were you going to say something?
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I have a 3.5-year-old.
Yep.
And I have a 1-year-old.
Okay.
And I said, like, you were going to speak to my kids right now.
Yes.
So when they're like,
to your kids.
You know, they can be little turds every once in a while right now.
I get it. I'm a ski instructor. It's basically
there you go.
It's basically a daycare center, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so 3, you know, I can't really physically harm him yet, but when he's 8, I'm going to be able to take him by his ear and say, you're doing this. So what are some tactics I can use to get an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 15-year-old, which is even harder, who has habits, to get off their butt and go do something amazing? How did you do it, you know?
To advise a parent is a good question. I mean, I was so fortunate to have parents that were so motivated to always keep doing that and knew how to do it right off the bat. I just think that, I don't know, man, as a kid, you know, you look to have fun, I think. You want to, I don't know, I think you always want to strive for something as a little kid. And once you, like, plant some sort of seed and let them know that, you know, that they should have a passion that they should go for, you know, it's theirs to chase, and that they shouldn't stop until they reach it, and no one has the right to tell them no.
So I have 2 kind of examples right now. So your example's pretty cool. I interviewed your dad before, who's an amazing adventure racer, and he does all the stuff that you do, so really cool guy. But one of the things he said, you saw pictures of Everest, or how did it kind of get started? I know you told the story.
I was 9 years old and I saw a mural of the 7 summits. It was a painting at my elementary school, so that simply inspired me. It planted this little seed saying that gave me such a huge interest for all these mountains. So I, did such extensive research to all of these, and my family and I planned them out very precisely, as when we're going to do them, and planned super well. So I ended up getting them first time each, and successfully.
So let's get off the mountain a little bit. You know how to train for something physical, and there's a lot of mental to that as well. You're in school now, you're in college.
I'm in school right now.
So when you have a tough test to study for, how disciplined are you with your studies compared to your physical endeavors?
Honestly, it's been a challenge this past summer, and I can't say I'm perfect either, but it's definitely been a challenge, I think. But I've been skiing a ton. I've been skiing every single day since I've been out here, or at least 5 days a week, at least. So I think my physical fitness has been definitely up, and it's been awesome to especially come out here, to a school like Westminster where it's so outdoor oriented. So I've gone on a couple trips like with the school and with a bunch of friends, and everyone's so into the outdoors. So it's great to be in a more motivated environment, I think. As of right now, my freshman year, being an 18-year-old, figuring your stuff out, it takes a little bit, but I'm ready to get back up into the mountains and really charge more into backcountry and ski mountaineering. As of right now, it's mostly the terrain park right now, which I'm really seeing myself excel in the future.
This guy right here, Davenport.
Yeah,
you gotta love this guy.
He is the man.
So
I have yet to meet him, but I really want to someday.
I just have a feeling, and you don't have to answer this or not,
of course.
but he's setting some pretty amazing records right now in Colorado.
Yeah, of course.
Are you going to go crush him in a few years?
Go crush him? I mean, we'll see, man. It's I don't know. He's a very disciplined guy, and I greatly admire him for that. I'm gonna see what I can do to stay in the air and bomb and close a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
but yeah, basically that is exactly what I want to move into. What JP Auclair was doing, all those guys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm fully into.
What's the biggest what's the biggest cliff you've hucked or dropped to date?
Biggest cliff? I don't know. Probably like 25 feet. Not that big, honestly. I've been mostly a park rider, but I guess biggest jump would be 90 feet that I've hit in Mammoth, California.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, but it's progression, and it's just something that I'm putting all my time and energy into right now.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how it'll come out in a couple of years. I'm currently conducting a little season edit right now, which I'm hoping to release soon, later into the season.
Oh, cool.
So.
All right, so take everything together. Kind of just summarize.
Take everything together.
What is your what's the big change you want to see in the world that you affect in the next 5 years?
Yeah, of course. It's to sum it up, what I'm aiming to do is to help change the world. With my environmental studies degree, I either want to run or start a nonprofit where we're giving sustainable aid to developing countries. And since I've gone on a couple mission trips to Malawi, Africa, to help build schools with a nonprofit called Build On, that's really planted a seed in my head saying, I think this is what I was here to do, was to give aid and to help change people's perceptions on how we see the world. Me coming from me, who's traveled my entire life. I've been to over 20 countries. I've gained a lot of perspective, and
awesome.
People got to realize that this is all we have. This is one Earth, and that's all we have.
Yeah.
And to strip of its resources unconsciously is something that we need to look more into and rethink. And that's what I really hope to achieve later in life. But that's what I'm aiming to do with my degree.
That's so cool. We're sitting here at the Soul booth at OR. If nobody's been to OR, it's just overwhelming.
Exactly. No, OR is awesome, man. And Soul Footbeds has been a huge supporter since day one, honestly. They've known my dad and Karen for a long time before, and they've just supported me right off the bat, so I'm super grateful to have them. And I'm fully supporting what they're doing with recycled cork materials, and
I'm glad you mentioned
putting
that.
Sustainability into their manufacturing. So
cool, man. Well, hey, thanks so much. This is great meeting you in person. I appreciate it.
Yeah, likewise.
Sweet. Take care. Cut. It's good, man.
Sweet.
It's like you've given an interview before.
One or two.